Hi Tahir, how are you?
Good, fine.
Tell me your background experience.
Okay.
You know about?
Yes,
Please.
I'm pleased to be here and discuss about my background, educational background, and professional experience in the industry. I graduated in 1993 and started my career in 1994. Since then, I've worked on every aspect of process design, starting from the conceptual studies, feasibility studies, basis for design development, uh, front engineering and design,
Okay.
detail engineering, and
Okay.
also including pilot plant work and startup and commissioning activities. Throughout my career, I have worked on various deliverables, including the identification of scope and times on the facilities, design, development of design basis, and carrying out process calculations and simulations to identify the operating conditions, then establishing the design conditions in the light of various design practice, international codes and standards. And my I have worked on development of PFDs, PNIDs, data sheets, providing input to the HAZOP and cell assessments, performing adequacy checks on various plant equipments. During this period, I've worked on oil, gas, petrochemical and chemical facilities, process design and associated services. I've been if I mention my main projects, they are the very first one I would like to mention is Shell Canada Albion Sands Expansion 1 project, and I was part of the utilities process design team, coordinated with the Shell project management team on that, and carried out notice for the various design changes, approving them with various disciplines, and modifying various related documents, incorporating HAZOP comments and design review comments. So that was my role in that. It was detailed design of Shell Alliance and Expansion 1 project process utilities. My next main project was front engineering design of ABBR project. Mainly I was assigned to the BAB gas plant DTA gas sweetening unit, for doing the front engineering design for the modifications and find reviewing various, preparing various optimization studies and modifying the PNID and PFDs accordingly and related issues. Then my third main project was for my second main project, of course, that AVR project was for Gasco Abu Dhabi, and my third main project was conceptual studies for petroleum development Oman, and there I worked on the final deliverables, preparing the size equipment list, carrying out heat and material balance, and preparing the final concept selection study report. So, these were my three main facilities design projects, and the fourth main project was the early production facilities for Petrogas E&P in Oman, and it was really an extensive project. I had to find a scope of a project in the field and then design that, do the simulations and PVT analysis and that related issues. Then my fifth main project was the last one with Qatar Petroleum, working with URS. It was the design of fuel and fire water system for Rasa Fire and Safety College, fire management scenarios. So we had to provide fuel and fire water on various fire scenarios to facilitate training, and the associated wastewater plant using SBR technology was also part of the same assignment, but as a different task. So I worked on that as well. So it was a pure detail design where I had to coordinate with various disciplines, both in Houston, Abu Dhabi, and Doha, and coordinate the process engineering part mainly, and also provide support to the project engineering function. In fact, worked as a project engineer in the absence of the project manager, and assigned and resolved various interdisciplinary issues relating to the project. Before that, I worked on the chemical and petrochemical area, and it was before 2000, up to 2004, and I worked for formaldehyde plant and formaldehyde and associated resin plant expansion projects and modification. Though there I have worked on a whole range of process design and operation activities, starting from the identification of the scope and times, and identifying the adequacy of existing facilities for expanded capacity. That helped develop the initial concept, and then it was converted to the feed and detailed design. Also was part of the team while startup and commissioning of the plant was going on, and performed pilot plant studies for the resin part as well, to develop demelamine formaldehyde. So that was my main experience prior to coming to Canada, and most of my time was spent on the formaldehyde and associated resin plant. In addition to that, I have been part of the team at the Kuwait Petrochemical Company as a specialist process engineer, working on the startup and commissioning part, providing support to the operations team by reviewing the heteromaterial balance, various PNIDs and other stuff. Also help integrating the system through Honeywell. So that there was a urine carbide team where I worked with. So my initial career was all chemical and petrochemical. Later on, starting in 2005, it's 2006, I've been working in oil and gas throughout, and I've worked on different aspects of process design, different oil and gas facilities. And I'm capable of executing any of these assignments independently and leading a team to successfully complete those assignments.
Okay. Anything else?
As far as, in addition to this, I'm thoroughly conversant with all the main software packages like HiSys, PipeSim, Olga.
Good.
FlareNet, and HTRI. I worked on HTRI as well. And particularly, I can work in the PMC environment, as I worked in Abu Dhabi for my ABBR project, resolving the client comments with PMC. Project Management Consulting, that is Engineers India Limited, and so that was my very challenging role because of the PMC factor. And I'm also thoroughly conversant with the industry codes and practices, both the client and the international standards like SME, API, NFPA, and TIMA standards, so I'm aware of those, and also have worked with Shell DEP in my Shell Elements and Expansion 1 project, and also in Oman, where Shell DEP is the main design, the client design guideline. in addition to the international standards, of course. This is my brief background about my various projects I've done to date,
Okay.
and my
That's good.
my capabilities in that regard. And I will now request you for any other questions that you might have. I would
Okay,
love
sure.
to answer those.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Okay.